Happy birthday to all the wrestling figure fans out there and also the WWE figure hunters out there, because finally today we have one of the defining figures from this elite line, Samoa Joe, under the WWE brand. I'm getting shivers up my spine that I will also feel once we get an AJ Styles figure. This is Samoa Joe, booyaka booyaka. Here's the back of the box. It says a bunch of things, but basically what you need to know is that this figure shows Samoa Joe when he was on NXT. I'd say the first time he wore this with the shirt on was May 27th, 2015, and the first time he had that shirt removed was June 10th, 2015. A cool thing too about that June 10th, 2015 was that was the first appearance of the Hype Bros. Zack Ryder showed up on NXT and Mojo Rawley joined him for a tag team match. Pretty cool, right? So Samoa Joe had his first NXT match the first time the Hype Bros had their first NXT match as a team. The more you know, the less you learn. So I'm no huge WWE figure historian. I like to think that I know about the figures I'm buying, but really, I don't know much. I think that this has a lot of new molding with this body. I think there are a lot of parts from it that we haven't seen before, because Samoa Joe definitely has an interesting attire, something that we don't see with a lot of wrestlers, and I think that Mattel did a really good job converting it to the figure form. Now, in my Kevin Owens review from this line, I complained about the arms, and I'd say that Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe have similarly shaped arms. But I feel like Samoa Joe, it really works here. It doesn't look like he has gorilla arms, as some people say. And why? Why did we get the right arms on Samoa Joe but not Kevin Owens? You know, my tinfoil conspiracy hat would tell me that Mattel would basically be like, they know these people are going to buy these figures, so why make them great? But people would buy Samoa Joe just because it was Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's a big name. And you can see there that Kevin Owens was a flop with that arm. But this worked. He has this towel, which I thought was going to be made out of fabric. It's not! It's made out of plastic and it looks really good. It looks just like it was cloth. One problem with it not being fabric is that he can't really hold it as he would if it were actual cloth. Like he can hold it, but it gets weird and stuff like that. Well, I guess he can. Yeah, that's not bad, but it looks like wind is coming up somewhere. The worst part of this figure is absolutely the face and their choice of hair. Just compare him to the screenshots I took of this match. I really do not think that this is right. I think that they went way too dark with his facial hair, and I think that there is an okay Samoa Joe likeness in there, but the way I play with these figures is if you took off the head and put it on a suited body, would it look like the wrestler? So let's check this out. Do you think he passes the suit body face check? Let me know in the comments. Also, he suffers a bit from skinny leg syndrome, which a lot of wrestling figures have. He has a bit wider legs than he does here. He honestly looks like my dad, big on the upstairs, small on the downstairs. And I like how they did bring up those pants like he wears them, like grandpa style. As I said, they sculpted a lot of things, so we do have those knee pads that he does love to wear. I'm feeling quite a bit of looseness when it comes to these legs, but I'm going to have to be the bearer of bad news here. The great thing with Elites is that articulation, but these knees do not double bend. It has the articulation there to get that double bend, but it doesn't go because it just stops at the shorts, which is a bummer. And then he does come with, hallelujah, a fabric shirt. I thought these were extinct, but I guess they're just an endangered species. Let's throw this on Samoa Joe. Oh, I love cloth shirts. They're like my favorite. It makes me think I got a hot toy. Not really. I just think they work a lot better than the plastic shirts. Boom, there's Samoa Joe. Unfortunately, lately we've been having these boat-sized necklines, but he comes with this towel which covers it up, and boom, you got a cool-looking Samoa Joe. So were you hyped when Samoa Joe came to the WWE, or were you kind of like, meh? I know when he was on TNA, people were like, Samoa Joe, ha! Kind of like when Sting was on TNA, people were like, Sting, ha! and Hogan. Ha! But were you excited about Samoa Joe? And are you excited for his debut on the main roster? You know it's coming. He's Samoa Joe. I saw him at an indie show. That was cool how he did indie shows before becoming full-time NXT. So overall, this is a solid figure. I'm a bit disappointed about the whole face situation, and the skinny leg situation isn't the best, but it's certainly not going to degrade this figure to a don't buy it at all. Same with the face. Will we get a better Samoa Joe face? Probably. Will we get another Samoa Joe with a shirt that is fabric? Probably not. So my suggestion, pick up this figure, wait for a better head. Cheers.